Yes. So, what makes writing in a diary a strange experience for Annie Frank? Why does Annie Frank want to keep a diary? Why did Annie Frank think she could confide more in her diary than in people? So you got the answers. Right? Since no one could understand a word of my stories to Kitty, if I were to plunge right in, I would better provide a brief sketch of my life, much as I dislike doing so. Before anyone would just plunge into her diary, suppose if you want to know about someone, you must know the total details, right? When I ask you what's your name, then suddenly ask you what's your father's name. So she's gone in a very, when we get friends with someone, how we talk to each other, so like that it's a live thing. Try to understand this thing. It's very touching. My father, the most adorable father I have ever seen. So nicely she has written it. That means we come to know, okay, the father must have been really awesome. She didn't write, oh, I have a father, his age is this, I have a mother, this is this. She is explaining about her father. In one line we come to understand, my father was the most adorable father I have ever seen. Didn't marry my mother until he was 36 and she was 25. That shows their relation was from a very long time. They did not get married till he was 36 and she was 25. That means they had a relation before that. They knew each other, but they were waiting for the right time. They did not hurry into anything. My sister Margaret was born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1926. I was born on the 12th of June 1929. I lived in Frankfurt until I was 4. My father immigrated to Holland in 1933. My mother, Edith Hollander Frank, went with him to Holland in September. While Margaret and I were sent to Ashen to stay with our grandmother. Margaret went to Holland in December. I followed in February when I was plunked down on the table as a birthday present for Margaret. The sisters did not meet each other for quite a long time, but they knew that I have a young sister. So on Margaret's birthday, she was put on the table. Here's your present. This is your baby sister. Just imagine the style of writing. Has she used any words? Has she used any tough words here? But she's explained everything. My father, the most adorable. What do you mean by adorable? Father I have ever seen. What has he used here? Anything as Holocaust? Which will not make sense here. If she would have written awesome, it wouldn't have made sense. Right? So try to understand what are the words, why this book, why her diary became so great. This is just the beginning, this is not started. The full film is left. And my explanation will continue. Okay. I started right away at the Montessori nursery school. I stayed there until I was 6. At which time I started in the first form. In the 6th form, my teacher was Mrs. Upras, the headmistress. At the end of the year, we were both in tears as we said heartbreaking farewell. They had got into such a nice bonded relationship, student-teacher relationship, that they were in tears when they left. I know there will be no tears when I leave, so I know what's going to happen. So a teacher-student bonding has to be there. Trust again. With lot of pain, gain comes, and lot of pain and gain, trust can build up, but it can be broken in a second. It will take a second. In the summer 1941, grandma fell ill and had to have an operation. So my birthday passed with a little celebration. Grandma died in January 1942. No one knows how often I think of her, and I still love her. This birthday celebration 1942 was intended to make up for another. And grandma's candle was lit along with the rest. Grandma's candle was also lit with her birthday cake candle. The four of us are still doing well, and that brings me to the present date, 20th June 1942, and the solemn dedication of my diary. You have a question here. Why does Annie provide a brief sketch of her life? What tells you that Annie loved her grandmother? Why does Annie provide? If we want to read about someone, the friend has to know that who she is. So she is introducing herself to her friend, Kitty. Right? So as we introduce ourselves to a friend, we talk to a friend who we can trust. So the way we talk, the way she is writing it down. You got your answer. You don't have to look into the book anymore. That's the way I want you to attack your book. So I'll keep it till here, because I have much more explanations about the diary before we go into her details. Diary is like a best friend. You can share your innermost secrets. It's a place where you can be honest with your thoughts and feelings and reflect on them. A diary entry can be written in any way you choose, There are no concrete rules, because friends don't have rules, right? So write freely and liberally, expressing yourself in a relaxed and personal place. I'll tell you one thing, I hope you guys don't mind. How did we come to know about Julius Caesar or some famous people or Anne Frank? From Julius Caesar to Anne Frank, many famous people throughout this history keep a daily diary. We have amazing inside stories or insight into their personal lives, with access to how they felt during the huge historical events. Otherwise, we wouldn't have known how beneficial and informative their diaries are to our understanding capabilities of major events throughout history. We come to know, learning of their perspective and role they play within that, making their diaries fascinating stories for us, where we gather knowledge, understanding of their thoughts, not only doing the question answers. We gain understanding, direct understanding of their thoughts, feelings, emotions, actions, helping us to understand them as people, and it teaches us how to behave like people. Its diaries, your diary is chapters is chapters in your overall life story. Each of your diaries, each and every individual, she or he, any individual's diary is chapters of your whole life, like a storybook. Suppose I die. Who is my friend? My diary is going to say everything because I have told my diary everything. I have written down to it. So put yourself in that shoes. That is why it is important to record each day. You will never know how useful and interesting it may be in the future. Next time we'll come back with the reasons to keep a diary, and then we'll come back to Annie Frank again. We'll try to see what was the thrilling issues she faced during her life inside that cupboard, rather the back of that cupboard, and what she went through, how her life started, and how it went through. So I guess we have here, it's only few things, it's only the class road, and after that she has Keesing to play. Mr. Keesing was trying to play a joke on me with a ridiculous subject. She finished her poem, Something Quacked, and we finished the chapter here. It's an extraction. It's adopted, some parts are adopted, but I'll go directly into that Annie Frank thing, what happened. What happened in the diary, I'll tell you. I want to discuss with you. It's not only the question answers we are going to do. If you know everything about the diary, we'll be able to say. I'll go to the background of it. I'll go to the what she wrote, Dear Kitty, the synopsis. I can explain. I can give you a synopsis of it, and then after that we can take it further. There was a censored part. Which parts have been censored? What vandalism had happened? Why was it banned sometimes? Okay, and then we have how her early life started. Before going into hiding, I'll discuss with you what was it. That is all about Annie Frank. Annie Frank is not just the diary of what happened in her school, how she got arrested and what happened, deportation and death. That's how the book went famous. It's not just till her class here, writing about the poem or finishing her class. This is just an extract taken, so we have to come to the base of it. Who is this person, Annie Frank? Why is she so famous? Her friend has made her famous. A friend in need is friend indeed. Seriously, her friend has made her famous, and that's her diary, her friend Kitty. Right? So guys, God bless. Take care. Happy Teachers Day. Thank you. You guys have also taught me a lot of things. You have taught me that there are people and there are children around here in Muzaffarpur, in Kamtol area, who have the guts, and they are inheritance in themselves, and they are all born with special knowledge, and they're each and every, they're special diamonds. So you have taught me a lot of things which I'll share later. I don't have much time, but please don't forget to thank the unacademic teachers, and they are your best teachers. That's your parents. Please get up tomorrow morning and wish your parents first. Anything in the world is you first thank God that He has given you such wonderful, adorable, I'm using that word right here, which is mostly wanted in this lecture here, that God has gifted you the most adorable parents, and you must respect that. Thank God for His gift, and thank your parents in the morning tomorrow for teaching you how to be a good human being. If you get time to sit back tomorrow or day after or whatever, time, it's very fast. You have to sit back into life. Ask them what is about life, some stories. You come to know it's going to build you. So they are the best teachers. Don't forget other academic teachers. If you have learned something or if you have taught something, tell that person, I taught you that, come on, wish me now. So that's also going to be a good thing. We are there. We are teachers, we are sharers. I am not a teacher, I am a sharer. And we are there only for 4 hours. We only do the basic part. We show you the path, and we show you how to walk on it. The path is there. We show you how to walk on it, and your parents are going to be with you on this full journey till they are there with you, and they're going to show you the right path. We show you the right path, how to walk on it. They have showed you the right path already. The right path is toward the school, and we try to keep you in that level. So That was a joke. So in life, they are the best people. They'll never lose your back. They'll be always there for you, and you can trust them. They'll never break your trust. There is no percentage of guarantee. It is unlimited. It is unpredictable. That guarantee is God Himself, and that's why He's given you these adorable parents. So take care. God bless, and think about this diary part. Okay. Bye bye. See you soon.